Hello everyone, welcome back to TheTecherz. My name is Surmeet and I hope you're having an amazing day. Today I'm going to discuss next topic on our programming languages, which is variables. Like what are variables, how you use them, and why do we use them. Alright, so let's jump back, let's not waste any time, let's jump into the explanation.
Okay, so let's get started with variables. First of all, what is a variable? A variable is something to store a value, like a number or or characters or even special characters. So just like in maths, we have variables, the whose value changes. We can change such as speed. We have like okay, x is equal. So value of speed is stored in x, which can be changed. And then there are constants such as the gravitational constants or Planck's constant, whose values are same, like acceleration due to gravity. It will always be 9.8. So, and we have constants in programming languages as well. Now, a variable has two parts. First is called a variable name, such as x, which we also call as an identifier. An identifier is any name that we give to a function or a variable or constants. That's an identifier. And the next thing is data type. Data type is what we tell to the compiler or our program that what kind of variable is it. Is it a number? Is it a whole number? Is it a decimal number, or is it a character? So there are different ways we do it for the and we use keywords to tell it. And so our first keyword is int. Int is for integers, which are whole numbers. Then there's int. Next one is char. Char is for character. Then there's double and float, both for decimal point numbers. Then there is long int. We can just use long instead of long int, which increases the range of the integers that we can store. And then there's short, which decreases the range if we need less numbers. Then there's unsigned and signed as well. So unsigned integer means it will only take positive values of the integers, and it's signed means it can take negative and positive. By default, integer is signed, so if we want to sign integer, we don't need to make it. So these are certain data types, and that's how we declare a variable. So it's and yeah, we need semicolon as we discussed. Now how do we declare a constant? There are two methods. One is when we just add const before the int x. Now this will become a constant, and if I give it a value of, let's say, 100, then in next steps I cannot give it a value, any different value after this. This will give an error. I can just show you how it gives an error. So there you go, there's an error point here, right? So this cannot be done, right? So that's because now we have declared it as a constant. The second method of declaring a constant is as a preprocessor statements. For that we use hash define. So we can say hash define limit 100. Now if I want x to be 100, I can just write limit here. That's how we use variables. And in order to print the value of variables, this is the method we use. So we write printf, then start with the inverted commas or quotes. We get a we can write value of x is equal to, for integers we write percentage d, and then after our inverted commas, comma x. That's it. That's how we do. And for different type of for different data types we use different here. Percentage d for int, percentage c for characters, percentage f for floating point numbers. These are certain different values, but this is an integer, so we write this. And let's run the program and see our output. See, you see now it writes value of x is equal to 100. Right? And okay, let's get back to the program. See, the thing is, yeah, anyone, well, there are a lot of programs and anyone can program. The difference that makes between you and a good, the difference between a programmer and a great programmer is the interface. Is that how user friendly it is. If I can give an example of Google. Why is Google the best search, like is the widely used search engine? Anyone would say, let me Google it. They don't say any other, they don't take a name of any other search engine. It's because Google is really user friendly search engine. So that's why they became a really good brand, and they're unbeatable now. So that's why we say, if you're designing a software, if you're designing a program, make it a good user interface. For example, if I just say, if I don't write this, I don't make it user friendly, I just write this. All right, it will give me an output of, it will just say 100 here. Now, if I don't know what the program is, then anyone who's watching this thing run, they're like, what is this 100? You're getting my point. So that's why we need to make it readable. I mean, you're making any program, and any other outsider, they're trying to run your program, they'll be like, okay, what is this? They'll get confused. Right, so you have to make it user friendly. That's why we write this. That's why you have to write a complete sentence and make it user friendly. All right, so okay, next up is how can we accept the number from the user. For that, we use a command scanf. The way we write the scanf is this. We write scanf, open the brackets. In the inverted commas, we again write percentage d, the same letters for scanning as well as printing. Percentage d for integer, but the only difference is when we are accepting the number, we use this and sign and then x. That's how we accept. So we don't need to actually initialize anything here. We'll go printf just to make it user friendly. Printf, enter the value of x, and we'll do /n just to go into the next line. All right. So I'll show you how the output will work. Let me get to the output screen. Here it is. So enter the value of x. Let's put 56. I will show the value of x is 56. Okay. That's how we do for the accepting values of the integers. And if our value, if you want to accept a character, we have to do the character in single inverted commas. So if you wanna save a letter D in the variable character variable X, that's how we do it. So okay, so temporarily I'm gonna make it as a comment just to show. Yeah, so we do percentage C X. All right. Again, going back to my screen, here it shows the value of X is D. Okay, now same, accepting the character value from the user. Again, we'll write percentage C over here. Go to the screen. So enter the value of X. I'll give it F this time. So there you go. And yeah, when we come to floating point, we just write the decimal numbers. This is the only one with float and double can, oh sorry, not here, this will stay X, so float there. So floating and double are the two which accepts the decimal point. I wanted to change this as F. There you go. Okay, 4.6. There you go. That's how. Now that's the floating point numbers. All right, so that's it for today. That's how we do the variables. Next time I'm going to show how to use the operators on this, what to do with the variables like plus, minus, basic operators for now, plus, minus, divide, how to do increment, shorthand operators, how to write it in the short form. We'll cover up in the next video. And if you have any questions or any feedback, do comment in the comment section. If you like it, just like it, and I will also write a blog. Link will be provided, and you can comment for anything or even email me. All right, thank you. See you next time.